I am Chantel Renee, and I'm the director of Women of Power International. Anyhow, I wanted to talk to you about life. So yesterday on my personal page, which is Chantel Renee, I spoke about what has helped me during sorry during my diabetes. I was diagnosed diabetic in 2015. It was crazy. I just got back from Hawaii, and I had a wonderful trip with my family because I'm from Hawaii, aloha. And I had a wonderful trip out there, although I was kind of stuck out there for 17 days, 10 days longer, but that's besides the point. I loved being stuck in Hawaii, right? So anyhow, when I got back, I had this pain on the left side of my abdomen, of my stomach. I had a pain on my stomach, and it lasted for like 5 days. And normally I can chalk it up. Normally, I have high tolerance for pain. It's not an issue, right? Yeah, well, I was wrong because it was an issue. It was an issue. It was painful, and I was lying in bed, kind of crying, and I told my husband. I remember, I think I picked him up from work, and Luke, from my son, from school. And I told my husband, I got to go to the emergency room because I have this nagging pain on my left side. He knew about it, and he said, okay. So normally I would go to a hospital that's closer to where I'm at. But I went to another hospital, one of the county hospitals out here in Las Vegas. And I kid you not, there's documentation. I was waiting in the waiting room for over 8 hours. What was I doing? I was reading my book. I was just waiting there. I had a sense that I wasn't supposed to leave. So I got there at 2:30 in the afternoon, 3 o'clock. They didn't see me till closer to 10, I think. So maybe around 6 hours, 7 hours in the waiting room. And so when I went in, they asked me what was wrong and whatnot, and I told them. And they said, well, how's your blood sugar levels? And I'm like, I don't know, because I didn't know. So they took my sugar levels. And OMG, I didn't know why my doctor was so mad at me, why that doctor was mad at me. He looked at me and he said, do you know that your sugars are out of control and it's 540? And I had no idea what that meant. Zero idea. I had what does a 540 mean? Like, I don't know what the 540 means. And he said, your A1C is off the charts at 14, and I'm oblivious to this. I said, I came here for my pain in my stomach, and you're telling me about my sugar levels. I don't know what you're talking about. And he looked at me and he said, you have no idea that you're diabetic, huh? And I said, well, now I know, right? I mean, what does that mean? I don't know what that meant. So they admitted me for that night. They told me I had to go on insulin, and I was deadly afraid of needles. I don't like needles, and when they told me that I had to give myself insulin, I cried and I cried. I cried and I cried. I cried all night in the hospital. I cried all night, just all night in the hospital. And by the next day, when my husband came picked me up, this young lady came in, and she said, oh, I have some pharmacies for you that you can go and pick up your insulin and your medication and whatnot. And I was like, okay. And she gave me this paper, and she showed me all these different pharmacies, but she kept pointing at one. I mean, she couldn't tell me to go to this one. She just kept pointing. She circled it and she pointed at it. And I said, okay. So I went. So I was crying because I had to give myself insulin and I didn't know how. It was just, I was an emotional wreck. Like, just put it that way. I had the ugly cry and everything. This is in 2015 now. And it was crazy. And so anyhow, all of that to say, I went to the pharmacy. At first, the pharmacist wasn't nice to me, but she became my friend afterwards. I love her. Her name is Khan. Hi, Khan. I don't know if you ever see this, but hi. She's an amazing. I'm going to tell you guys something. If you are in Las Vegas and you need some diabetic information, or if you want info and you're not afraid of the truth, you're not afraid of somebody telling you, if you don't do this, you don't do that, you're going to die, that type of that. I mean, she was for real. And I about lost it. My husband was to the point where you're not allowed to speak to my wife like that, but he said it in a very nice way. If you know my husband, he's amazing and he's sweet. But she ended up giving us things for free, because at that time I didn't have any insurance. 2015, that was crazy, and I didn't have any insurance, and she ended up just giving away insulin, and I cried. I didn't know how much it cost. I didn't realize how expensive it was. And she told me, but on one term, you have to come in for my class. And this lady scared me. If anybody knows Khan, you know that she is a woman that she will tell you like it is. And I should be used to that, because I'm that type of woman as well. But man, she loved, I mean, you could see the caring in her eyes, but she was upset at the same time, because she couldn't understand, how did I get to this and why. And so when I went to the class on Monday, that following Monday, because I went in to see her on Friday, I was scared out of my wits. Absolutely scared out of my wits. But she gave me some incredible information. So the doctor gave me insulin for 3 weeks, or he just gave me insulin. And by the 3rd week, I was already off of insulin. I mean, I'm telling you, God was healing my body fast. I had to make some drastic changes. I had to make some drastic changes to my health, to my eating, oh my goodness, you guys have no idea. Now, I am from Hawaii, so if you have ever been to Hawaii, if you have ever ate Hawaiian food, or what we call local food, oh, it's so good, and yet it's not as nutritional as I would like it to be. So I had to kind of alter my favorite food. I had to alter it. And so instead of white rice, which I don't know if you know, but I'm going to tell you that we Asians, we Hawaiians, we love rice. And OMG, I had to eat brown rice. I pretty much kind of cried first time eating brown rice. But I had to do what I had to do, right? I had to change. I had to eat more vegetables. I needed to get better. And it was scary. It's really scary. This was all before Women of Power International even started. It was so scary. But I just needed to do it. And I didn't know what God had in store for me. All I knew was that the doctor told me that he was surprised that I was not in a diabetic coma, because my number was 540. My A1C was 14. He was surprised that I was still alive. He said, I can't believe that you're still alive. And I was like, wow, so I know that God spared my life. I know he spared my life, and I know Christ has healed me. It's almost unheard of when you're on insulin and you get off of it in 3 weeks. I used to cry just giving myself insulin. Lord, no more, God, help me, Jesus. I would cry. There was one time where I had my insulin pen in my hand for 2 hours. I could not eat until I took my insulin. 2 hours in my hand. I couldn't even press the button. I was by myself, and it was so hard to just press the button. Press the button. It was hard for me to do. But I did it. And then and oh Lord Jesus. I say that because I'm looking back at 2015 and I'm thinking, holy moly, right? Man, God rescued me. He rescued me. He gave me life. And if you are struggling right now with whatever it is, with life, with wanting to live, with not knowing what your purpose is, what your reason of living is, I'm going to tell you there is a reason. And if you continue to wake up and you hold on to God, you wake up every day and you say, this is going to be a good day. And even if everything is falling apart, this is going to be a good day. I'm thankful for today. I'm thankful for life. And that's all you got to declare, really, every day. If you don't know Jesus, of course, receive him into your heart. It's really simple. But that's all you got to do. Hi, Rosie. Rosie's watching me. She's one of the ambassadors of Women of Power. And in life, I'm telling you, speaking of Rosie, so I'm gonna switch here. I spoke about the recipes of what I have done to lower my blood sugar. Now, one of the things, I got this from Rosie, actually. She is my stylist. She's the one that helps me look gorgeous, I guess you can say. And she's been all over the world. She is a professional stylist, the owner of Retro Blue. She is one of my best friends, and I've known her for, over 17 years. But she told me, she said, Chantel, you got to try this tea. And I said, what tea is that? I said, what is it? She said, you got to try it. Has really good benefits. I heard that it lowers blood sugar. I don't know. You got to research it. So I'm going to show you. And yes, she's absolutely right. She was right. I did research it when I went home. And it's called Solomon Seal Tea. Now, I get this in Las Vegas. I get this at Greenland. There's a market here. It is it's a market. It's an Asian market. It's actually the market, I think, is Greenland Korean market. I have looked at all over the place for this, and I could not find it. It's the only place I could find it. And I can't tell you what actually it does, but I could tell you that it lowers my blood sugar. Like, you could drink it. I drink it every day. Every day, at least 3 times a day. Or I would say 2 to 3 times a day. That's how often I drink it. It's good. It tastes like rice tea. It's really cool, and it's really good for your body. It helps with your cholesterol. It helps with your blood sugar. It helps balance it out. It's really good. If you're looking for something to start with, I would recommend that. I would recommend your Solomon Seal Tea. And so after that, what I've been doing also, just within, I don't know, within the past so many months, because you got to understand my blood sugars was 540. So now I'm average between 100 to 125 maybe, and that's normal. That's a normal range, right? The normal range of like normal people, or so I use Teramic. Teramic. This is the organic Teramic. I don't know why I got the organic, but I just figured, you know what, it's probably better. So I got organic Teramic, and I used to buy the fresh Teramic. Actually, I have it in my freezer. I keep it in my freezer with my ginger and everything, and I love ginger, so I also put ginger in my tea sometimes. But Teramic, sometimes I use fresh Teramic in my tea. This is now, I don't know if this is the recommended way to use Teramic, the way that I'm going to tell you, but this is the way that I do it, because to really balance out my blood sugar. Now you have to acquire this taste. If you don't like ginger is mild compared to this taste, just to let you know, okay? And I think it's in the same family. However, so what I do with this is I usually take like a half a teaspoon, and just a teaspoon of the powder, and I put a little bit of pepper on it. And the reason why I put pepper on it is because studies have shown that when you use pepper with Teramic, it absorbs your body in your body. So, or else you're gonna take this for nothing. Trust me, when you taste it, you're like, oh no, I'm gonna take it with pepper because if I gotta take this, I'm gonna take it the right way when my body absorbs everything. So trust me, Teramic at any brand, I believe. I don't want to say where I got it from, but it starts with a C, and it's a big warehouse. And also, what I do take, so I go 1 week with Teramic and pepper, right? And I do that twice a day. And especially before I go to bed, especially at night, I do that because a lot of people don't realize that your blood sugar rises at night, or it drops at night. So the best time to really I guess check your blood sugar if you're concerned would be at 2 a.m. 2 a.m. is somehow the magic number, the magic time that your body just, I don't know what it does at 2 a.m. but 2 a.m. is a time to check your blood sugar. One time I freaked out. I woke up at 2 a.m. My sugar was like 130. I about lost it. I was like, what? No, this cannot be, So I said, oh, no. What did I eat? And I have to backtrack what I ate that night. So you'll know how your sugars fluctuate, right? Because it matters at what you eat, and the time frame to take your sugar test is 2 hours after you eat a meal. So you don't want to take your sugar test like half an hour after you eat a meal, because it's not going to be accurate. So you wait 2 hours. And no, I'm not a dietitian, right? I'm not any of that. I'm just, because of experience, this is my life, and I chose to live life, and God has given me a second chance of living, that I'm just sharing this information with you. So I use cinnamon. Now, not all cinnamon is created equal, as you can tell on when I wrote about this on my Facebook page yesterday. Not all cinnamon is created equal. I'm telling you, they don't have the same benefits. So this is Saigon cinnamon, and I got it at the same store, right, with the C. And you can get, I think it's Saigon, Ceylon or Ceylon cinnamon, and cassia cinnamon. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but you can go and check my my regular page. I have it all listed there. And so I do this twice a day if I'm not taking my turmeric. So I do this, and this is effective as well. But I believe that the turmeric is a lot more effective for whatever reason. I don't know, but it is. And this tastes better. I also place this under my tongue, and it gets really hot under your tongue. But I do it, and I guess I take it like a boss. I just and I drink. I'll drink iced coffee with this, even with my turmeric, because I don't like the taste of that. But I'll drink iced coffee to really get it get it down my throat. And then another thing, what I stumbled upon, actually my husband brought it home, and he wanted this tea, and this particular tea is my state flower. Oh my gosh. So I'm from Hawaii, right? And my state flower is hibiscus. And how would I know that hibiscus? Look at that. Hibiscus, actually, it's dried hibiscus, but it has a lot of benefits. A lot. I mean, it helps clean out your liver. It has a lot of good stuff. And not just clean out your liver, but it helps balance out your blood sugar. I'm telling you, it's crazy. And this is not expensive at all. Everything that I'm showing you is not expensive. It's like $5 or less. This, like, seriously. But these hibiscus, dried hibiscus, they call it in Spanish, jamaica. And my husband got it, and it's so good. It is so good. Now, don't use any sweeteners with this. I mean, you'll get used to the taste. It definitely tastes better than the turmeric. I can tell you that right now. I mean, you're going to enjoy this tea, right? So I usually drink it cold. That's how I drink this. I boil it. So what happens is, I have a teapot. In a teapot, I put maybe like a handful, less than a handful, in the pot, and I kind of boil it on medium. We let all the aroma come up, all of the juices come up. You're gonna see it's gonna turn like this beautiful pinkish purple color. And be very careful because it stains. Everything on here, like the turmeric, definitely stains. You don't want to drop it. But this hibiscus or jamaica, oh, it's so delicious. I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. I drink that. I drink that almost all day. Like that's my go-to drink, and that's it. I just boil it like with tea, and I pour it over ice, and I pour it over ice, and that's it. It's so good. Let's see. And one thing I failed to tell you, I totally forgot about this. Forgot to mention. Now you guys get this benefit, right? Because I didn't put this. I forgot to put this on my post yesterday. I was thinking, I felt like I was missing something, and I was. Hello. I was missing vinegar. This is organic apple cider vinegar. Never take it by itself because it will burn your throat. So what I do is I pour like a shot of, or I don't know, a couple ounces in a cup with water. I water it down, and then I will take it. It's good for you. It balances out your blood sugar as well. Now you have to make sure that you have the mother in it. It doesn't matter what brand it is. Some people will swear by other brands, but as long as it has the mother in it, that's the key. That's the key. It's the mother. I know it's kind of weird, right? But it's called the mother. The mother in it. Oh, you can drink it hot or cold. Solomon seal. I'm reading Rose's thing. Made of Solomon seal root. It is made of Solomon seal root. And you can drink it hot or cold. The Solomon seal tea. And you can also eat it with mango. She's right. You can. This though, don't take it by itself, okay? I'm not gonna be responsible for you guys just like, yeah, I'm gonna take a shot. No, don't do that. Don't do that. This helps with your gut, with your stomach, with everything, just the whole digestive system as well. It has a lot of benefits. Everything that I'm telling you, research it. Now, I'm telling you all of this because, like I said, God has given me a second chance of living, right? And I'm telling you this because life is so important. And, you know, in the Bible, I'm going to go back to the Bible because the Bible is life. And in chapter John 10, verse 10. Now, that chapter, John chapter 10, is all about the shepherd, the good shepherd, or the hireling. It's all about you know, the shepherd. And you know who the good shepherd is? It's Jesus, right? But also pastors represent shepherds, you know, and you're going to love it. I'm telling you, read that book. It's in the Bible. It's one of the books in the Bible, 66 books. And one of them is John chapter 10. And in that chapter, verse 10, it says the thief. Now, when it says the thief, it talks about the enemy of our soul, the enemy of our life. Now, when we become a Christian, we have an enemy. I mean, even when we're not a Christian, we have an enemy, right? And he is the devil. I'm just going to say it out loud. I know that people don't like to hear it sometimes, but it's the truth. I have to speak the word of God to you. And he is a devil. And yes, he is, you know, his name is Satan. He is a devil. That's a devil. It's a bad guy. It's a bad dude, okay? The good in this is Jesus. Now, John 10, verse 10, it says, the thief. Now, we know who the thief is now, right? The thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy. But I have come. When you hear I have come, that whole chapter is Jesus speaking. So, I, meaning Jesus, not me, Jesus, I have come to bring you life more abundantly. Now, what did the thief come? He came to steal, kill, and destroy, right? But God came to bring you life more abundantly. Maybe you're not living like whatever you think the abundant life is supposed to look like right now. But I'm telling you, it's way better than death. It's better than being destroyed. Life, choose life. I always say choose life. Choose life. So from this moment, when I found out that I was diabetic, now I'm not going to lie. I'm going to tell you the truth. I kind of went back eating kind of bad, you know, for a little while. But I made a promise to God. I said, God, I will never eat like that again. And as I was starting to like pick up the donut, as I was starting to like, you know, I don't need brown rice. I can just eat white rice all the time. The Lord reminded me of the promise that I've given him, that I've made to him, of the covenant that I made to him, and that it was, remember you promised me you're not going to eat that way again. I mean, God was not, when he was speaking to me, you know, however you think, I mean, seriously, you have to understand that God is not dead. He is alive. So in alive, God talks back, right? And yes, he read your word. You'll see what I'm talking about. And but he reminded me of the promise that I've given, that I made with him, the covenant that I made with him. Lord, I'm not going to eat the same way. I'm not going to eat how I used to eat. So now I eat more protein, I eat more vegetables. I need to eat more and more vegetables. I love fruit. OMG, you don't even know I love fruit. But I can't eat a lot of fruits because it has sugar, right? Even though it's natural sugar, it's better for you, but it still has sugar. So my levels are gonna like be crazy. It's gonna up. So the best advice I can tell you as far as balancing your sugar levels is, if you're gonna eat anything sweet, if you like need that whatever it is, or you're having a bad day, you just want a piece of, I don't know, chantilly cake, which is my favorite, chocolate cake or chocolate pudding, just a dab, just a piece. Do it in the morning. Do it early, like earlier part in the day. You don't want to do that at night because it's just all wrong. Trust me. You're gonna wake up, you're gonna be like, why do I feel like this? And your body, while you're sleeping, you're gonna notice you're gonna have to be going to the bathroom like 5 times a day. In the middle of the night, you don't want to wake up in the middle of the night, right? Nobody wants to do that. So I know I'm not gonna, I some of you already know that, yes, our body is a temple, and I don't say that to condemn you. I'm just saying that to tell you that you are beautiful, you're gorgeous, your body is a temple. You are God's daughter or son, whoever's watching this. You are mighty in him, and the King lives in you. So just know that, and when we realize that, we're gonna like, oh yeah, I want to take care of myself. Okay, yeah, right. So, and then I started going to the gym. I need to go to the gym more. I haven't, but I need to. I haven't gone all week. Last week I was so bad, but this week I think I'm gonna go tomorrow because I have youth group tonight and I'm excited. I'm gonna go tomorrow and burn off some calories, lift some weights, and all of that. So keep me in prayer as I keep you in prayer. I hope I have encouraged you. I hope this has been help for you. If you have any questions, leave a comment. Check out our page, Women of Power International, or our website is womenofpowerintl.com. You can find us on Facebook. You can even donate to us. There's a donate button on Facebook. And I'm telling you, the money doesn't come to me, right? It goes to the ministry. So, but if you want to donate, please do so. Questions about anything? Again, I'm not a dietitian. I'm the director of Women of Power International, and I just want to say aloha, mahalo. Have a great week. Have a great day. Just enjoy life and never forget to say thank you to Jesus. Thank you to your Maker. God bless you. You have a great day now. Bye.